Hello everybody and welcome. In today's episode I want to talk once more about the upcoming Euro 2020 and this time about transportation. Transportation is always, besides the match itself and besides the hotels, well, transportation people, once either locally or once they land in the city, they obviously have to move to the stadium. And this time on the Euro, Uefa signed a deal with takeaway.com that actually, when you have a ticket and you basically can go free of charge to the match. At least it's according to the official UEFA website, and there are not a lot of details at the moment available, but I'm sure that over the next few weeks we will know more about it. But one thing is sure: if you want to have free transportation to the match, it needs that you have, as far as I understand, you need the application from Uefa, the Uefa app. You have to download it, and actually it's a great tool. I mean, it's a tool where you have all the kinds of possibilities about the cities itself, all the details about all the matches. For example, still the playoff matches that will be played over the next or end of March. You have, the playoffs, then the matches itself. For example, Group A about Turkey to Italy. Then you have all the details, the live updates about it. What time is the kickoff? About information about the stadium. So all kind of details, and also so the event guide itself per city. You have players ranking. You have statistics, skills of the day, about the Euro itself, and also about the possibility to actually get the tickets or download the tickets. There is no need anymore for paper tickets at all. So you have all kinds of information. It also has, interesting subjects about former Euros, etc. So it's a great tool. I highly recommend you to download it and to get it on your iPhone or on your smartphone. You can have it on both platforms, and it really has all kinds of information. And with that, so for example, you see also pre-Euro 2020 friendlies, actually the introduction to the ticket app also. So you either only just have a ticket app, but you can also link it to this tool and the top 10 goal scores in Euro Italy history. So all kind of things. So it's really a nice app, I have to say. And as we go further over the next few years, more and more everything will be digitalized. And actually, this is a great tool. I mean, this is an Apple, it could be something else, but an iPhone from Apple, but it could be another tool. I mean, it's great. You have everything here, and actually, it gives you the possibility, as I said, to download the tickets, and then the possibility to travel in the different cities. Meaning with that, what will happen, or is already happening, is there are less and less needs of parking around the stadiums. First of all, most stadiums are in the city itself, so and when you go there, you actually they're literally in the middle of the city, in the middle of around houses, etc. So a few years ago, or 10 years ago, 12 years ago, 15 years ago, you had those big parking spaces around the stadium where all the buses came in with the supporters, with sponsors, etc. So more and more as we go, we see a reduction of this type of buses and over those parkings. So basically, there are obviously the two buses of the teams. Usually under the stadium are the parkings for sedans and minivans, for VIP guests, for sponsors, etc. Then you just have a few parking around for the sponsors around the stadium, and then you have two parking locations for supporter buses that are usually already within the first security zone, first one, so not everybody can get to those parkings. And in 2016 what happened, there was actually Uefa put it in a tool, a website where actually tour operator or a bus company could register the parking, so made a request to get a parking slot. So, and that was necessary for the bus to get to this zone. So usually, so if two teams are playing, for example, Italy is playing against Turkey in the opening game in Rome, so you will have, let's say if this is the stadium, you have on the one side you have the supporters from Italy, and the other side you have the supporters from Turkey, so they don't interfere each other's. And so if somebody brings a bus with supporters from Turkey, so he has to make the application to get to the Turkish supporter bus zone. The same for the Italians. And this in 2016 it was very easy. There was a specific website to it, and you had to make the application for it. I'm sure that sooner or later this will come up, and then that really it's very good tool. So everything is very well organized. So far in the past, you didn't have to pay anything for it, but I don't know how it will be this year. But I assume there will be no cost of it. But obviously they will make some due diligence, security check. Not everybody just can rent a bus and go there. So, however, overall, as I said, I see a reduction of the buses, and I think many supporters, many tour operators that actually take care of the traveling of the different groups, they will most likely, I would say, opt for public transportation, so either metro or buses of the local, of the city, or the train, etc., etc. So that is one of the So this, what I just mentioned, are for buses, from anything from 16 seats on, or let's say from sprinter sizes, so higher than 2 meters high, larger vehicles to 30 seaters, 49 seaters, 53 seaters, etc., etc. So and for small vehicle, so for sedans, normal cars or minivans, there is either you have, because you are a hospitality guest, you have the rights to get a parking ticket, or you are part of a sponsor, so Uefa will allocate parking for you, but then you need a you have to make a special request for it, and you get an access card for it. But for normal supporters, there will be no parking. For the people attending the match. Maybe, you know, depending on each city, maybe the city will decide to put some, let's call park and ride areas, but this all depends on each city. Now, when at this stage, obviously, we don't have all those information yet. Normally, it comes out like 2 months prior to the tournament. You know, at the moment, all the organizer together with the cities is putting in the plans. Obviously, there are different stakeholders who have to make the decisions what actually is the plan. There's obviously a security factor included. The same is also at the airport. So who is in charge for the whole pick-up locations, drop-off locations, if there are parkings for buses, etc., etc. This all depends on each city. Obviously, the organizer of an event obviously is involved in that, gives a recommendation, wants to make sure that all is fine, because obviously there would be nothing worse than 5,000 fans sitting at the airport and not being able to travel down to the stadium. And the same thing, you know, if there is a chaos at the airport and you have 3,000-4,000 fans sitting at the airport not being able to depart, I mean, it would be a disaster. So all the stakeholders, the different parties are involved, and making sure that everything goes smooth. And I have to say, I'm very confident that in aspect of all the transportation, public transportation, and all related to that, all will go very smooth. I mean, you know, Uefa knows what needs to be done. I mean, you know, they have done so many events in the past, and will do so many in the future. I mean, I'm absolutely confident that in all the cities it will go very smooth. Obviously, some cities have more experience, you know, like London, Amsterdam, Munich, Copenhagen, all those cities and all the others. I mean, you know, it's not the first time they have a match or another event with 40, 50, 60,000 people in the city. So they have the experience, and also I'm very confident with Baku. I mean, they have just recently done the Europa League final, and also Bilbao has a very good system in place. So all is fine. So if you travel, you are trying to attend the Euro 2020, download the application of Uefa, so you are always well informed, and and take a look on the transportation, and I think around in 1 month's time I will give an update on it, and then I hope I can also share with you what actually is official in terms of the parking, where to park, what is the process, etc. That will soon come up within the next few weeks. That's it for today. See you next time.